Just walk to the door.
Morning. Might I suggest that you folks in the back move over here? Just so we have kind of more, there you go, so you don't have an extra line where you don't need. Okay. Say something.
What's up? Shoni, ready? Shoni, ready? Otagini, ready? Battery. Say that. Shia. What? Shia. Got something to address the group. It's good if we give it more. Shia, I apologize. I have a presentation to make from Kitakazi Bujutsukai. The testing board of the Kitakazi Bujutsukai certifies that Richard C. Kelly, Jr. is hereby promoted to the rank of Shichidan in the art of Shorun Karate Do. This certificate is given by the authority of the Kitakazi Bujutsukai as witnessed herein Daiko William H. Price, Soke Toby E. Lewis, Kiyoshi Lemuel Stroud, September the 16th, 1995. And the Kitakazi Bujutsukai hereby appoints Richard C. Kelly Shihan to the title of Kaicho in the Kitakazi Bujutsukai, signed by the members of the Haidan Board of Kitakazi. Nice. Pineapple. All right. Please.
You guys are allowed to clap.
Shani, great.
This is. Let's try it.
A little presentation. I have a small presentation made myself that I'd like to do. This was sent to me by Soke Mahuni to present to Sensei Mak. It's a black belt from Mahuni Sensei to Sensei Mak. Sensei Mak trained out of the dojo and with Mahuni Sensei here recently, and so this was a gift from him to you. That's right. We're going to do some karate today and kobudo today, and I always enjoy having an opportunity to share what I've learned with people that can appreciate it. So thank you for having me, and please pay attention. We're going to cover a lot of information, and don't be afraid to ask questions, okay? My name is Rudy Crosswell. I do martial arts, Shito-ryu karate in particular, Okinawan kobudo, and Japanese sword, Shinkendo method of sword underneath a Sensei. And I'm going to share some of that information with you. I've been training about 35 years, and I do Seito Shito-ryu from Kenzo Mahuni. My previous instructors were Shogo Kuniba and Tero Hayashi. So hopefully I can share some information with you that will help you in your journey to the top of the mountain. Okay?
Thanks.
Let's do this right now. So in place, let's talk a little bit about kakete. Okay? Shito-ryu karate has hard block raka and soft block rusui. Okay, and we're going to talk about this soft block idea. And let's just do this idea right now. Take this hand and go like this. 1, 2, you stretch it out. 3. Okay, again. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Tilt your wrist over a little bit. This is a capturing technique, all right? So you block, very similar to Soto, this type of outer block, okay? Only it's open, and then turn and grab, block, turn and grab, block, turn and grab, all right? Block, turn and grab. And it's done naturally and softly. It's not a hard motion, okay? Talked about last night, the gentlemen that were here last night, okay, that there's a little turn in the end of the blocks and such in Shito-ryu. And now, that's one hand, but there's done with 2 hands. So what happens is you take your back hand, go like this, parry, block, again, pull palms up, turn, pull. Parry, block, turn, pull. Okay, now once you've got this, let's everybody do right side, so we're on the same side, please. If this hand is here, solar plexus. Okay, now you can do the other side. Parry, block, turn, grab. Parry, block, turn, grab. Parry, block, turn, grab. Parry, block, turn, grab. So those of you that, for example, know Basai Dai, all right, last movement of Basai Dai, you come back from here and you've got here, here, okay? Earlier in the kata, it's that idea. Right? So when we get on open technique, that way. Right? And the kata is this way. Okay. Hand goes. Right. This is an interesting point because at this point of the kata, for example, Hayashashito-ryu, which is another branch, will step back with the left foot and do this. Okay? But Kuniba Sensei never did that, and neither does Mabuni Sensei. Right? This foot just stays, and you re-angle. Right? Look, back, and this is like stop. It doesn't go. You don't want to go wrap it around. Okay? This is kakete. Now, interestingly enough, there's a definite, one of the things that Mabuni Sensei constantly emphasizes is that we've got essentially two main lines of kata, nahate and shurite. Basai dai is a shurite kata, all right? So if I do this technique this way, this is kakete in a shurite kata. Okay? This is naha. So what happens is this elbow is high and out, wherein the shurite is back. There's a definite difference in some of the hand movements and in the stance structure, okay, and it is not general. Now, in Motoha Shito-ryu, Hayasha Shito-ryu, any other group of Shito-ryu that I've ever seen, whatever they do in all the kata. Okay? For example, you would do pigeon-toed stance in peanuts. Seito Shito-ryu doesn't do that. Okay? Do heikodachi. But if I'm doing seipai, now this is pigeon-toed in. Okay? So in nahate, there's a stance structure and a hand structure. And in shurite, there's a little different. It's not the same. Okay? And that's one of the marked differences, is that you have to, okay, this is nahate here, and we're going to talk about that today, because we're going to do both nahate and shurite. All right? Now here's a little exercise that we did kakete. Let's do this idea. Put your hands like this. Okay. Bring this hand around like this. So like here, and as you do that, let this hand roll right where you're at. Go this way. Push. Okay, come back to the other side. The elbow stays in. Roll. Push. Back. The elbow stays in. Roll. Push. This is palm out. This is like solar plexus, like drawing. Okay? And it's definitely a round thing. Okay, like this is a round. This is like this part here. Roll, push. Okay? Back, roll, push. Back, roll, push. Back, roll, push. Back. Roll, close to your body. Roll, push. Okay, bottom arm is locked, elbows locked. This is just about locked, not quite. Okay. All right? Everybody all right with that? All right, now let's do this. Simple shitoke. Shitoke and shito-ryu. First bring your hand like this. I'm going to go out, turn, back. Now it doesn't come way up here by your ear, because if you do that, you have a tendency now to go down. Okay, so you change the angle. You're doing this. What you want to do is just come in here, like right here. Out. Bend the wrist. My friend from last night in here. Okay. Probably home working. All right, now this is done like this. Now what happens is put this hand out and do this like this. Do this motion. Okay. Now don't start from here and go this way. Okay. Go out, over. So out, over. Out, over. All right, now we're going to do this together. So this happens like this. 1, 2. Now, I give myself some resistance. I pull back with the right hand, push out with the left hand. So what's going to happen is I'm going to have 2 sounds. Okay. 1, 2. Of course, when I do it quickly, you don't have to really look close for both of them. This hand winds up here. So, do your best, please, to keep your fingers straight up and don't bend them, okay? As best as possible, right? Please watch for a second. Typical Shotokan type technique, when they do knife hand block, the hand comes underneath, the hand comes high, of course, like this. And this kind of thing like that. And the hand, this hand never touches. This hand kind of goes underneath. Okay? Part of that is because if this hand is raising up real high, I'm going to do, that kind of thing like that. All right? We're not doing that. We're doing this.
Oh, good.
So, grab, touch, block. Grab, touch, block. Grab, touch, block. Grab, touch, block. This little rotation happens at the end is like, the hand doesn't start rolling until after the arms separate. You got to make your hands touch. So you actually got to physically touch your blocking arm with your other arm, okay?
Okay.
Don't do this, don't let them pass and not touch.
Right, now we're in the clinic, so,
This is very important because what's happening here is, as I mentioned earlier,
I'll do that for you. Okay.
he's punching and it's like, okay, I don't have to see it if I can feel it. That says, okay, block there. All right? So for example, like you're in a kata situation like this, you did whatever the technique is and you're going to turn, okay? All right? Even before you can physically see this, it's like, okay? Now he's punched with the other hand. See that? So it's 1, 2, it's like 1, 2, and this should be roll on contact, not roll before contact, hit, touch, hit this way. See that? Thumb is still there. Roll. Okay? So it becomes like that. Okay? But this hand is going to make contact first, then this hand comes into play. All right? So I could even do that with my eyes closed if I had this working right, okay? I don't have to see it. I feel, oh, there it is. That tells me where to go, okay? So I get in this habit. The guy throws a flurry of stuff and you flinch. for example, go, oh, okay, but you still got it, okay, because you got this little feeler in there, okay, all right? You ever watch, Sean Kelly has cats. You ever watch cats go in a dead run to the wall and all of a sudden turn on a dime? You ever see that? So why that is they got these whiskers. Right? They get out there and just before their head touches these little whiskers, they're like, oh, get out of there. Okay? There's a little whisker feeling. Okay? And it's like I was saying last night, you know, you go jump in the pool and you don't like to open your eyes underwater. So what do? You go, and you feel the wall, that, oh, kind of come up, right? So that feeling, that feeling idea, okay? So this is like feel. Okay?
Nice.
All right, now I have a little exercise that I do. These are, we're talking about rhythm blocks. Shoke, kakete, washuke, all right? So a good little exercise for these blocks is to do them together. And it's like 1, 2, we're going to do this itosa style, okay? 3. All right? So, 9-10 block, kakete, washuke. All right? Let's go.
Okay.
So we'll go 9-10 block, and you have, show you have 2 cat stances. If I was doing close-fisted block like Pinan Godon, for example, I'm going to have a square cat. We call square cat. Hips are this way. Okay? If I'm going to do Pinan Yondan, for example, now this hip is back. All right? So the basic rule of thumb is if it's an open hand technique, your hip is back. If it's a closed hand technique, your hip is forward. And as everything Japanese, the rule's always broken. But that's a rule. All right, block. All right, guy, you got to turn that hip back. Turn the hip back, man. All right, now move forward. As you move forward, this blocking hand becomes the parry hand. Parry, block. Right now my hips are squared momentarily. As I pull, the hips change. Okay? All right, now step forward with the left foot to what we call heikodachi, all right? And if you want to practice Naha-te style, you turn the front foot in, but not the back foot. The front foot is pigeon-toed, not the back foot. Okay? Rotate, turn, push. All right? Bend this wrist, please. All right, now I'm set up to do this again. Step with your right foot. Koge. I'm on the opposite side. Step forward, kakete. Pull that hip back as you do it. Okay? Step forward. Heikodachi, front foot's pigeon toe. Roll push. Okay? Turn block. Shoke. All you guys do this. Don't do this in 2 square, okay? Pull it backward. All right? Okay. Okay. Step forward. This forward out. Straight. This is not quite sure. All right, the hand that's out is a shuto go block. Okay. Pardon me? This hand is on top. One, two. This hand's going to come here over. Again, you're going to get this feeling. So it's like momentarily when I did that, the hip was back. Now when I came in here, at this point I'm square momentarily. Now it's going to be back. Back. Step. Right hand here. Should be a little exhale on that. Okay? And it's not done hard. It's not like this. It's done. Okay? All right. Turn block. What did I tell you last night? When you turn your hip back, you have a tendency to do that. So you have to say, well, don't do that.
This
Okay? Look like a bow-legged cowboy. Don't let this come out. Keep this knee in. Okay? Don't have this out. This knee is in. Don't do, oh, well, I'm going to do this and then let that do that. Let's do that. This one knee is here. This knee is in. Shoulder back. This overs the head that way. A little more. Okay. Does this hurt me?
Only the bottom part.
Okay. Sit down a little bit. Not only from the top. You sit down like this. Okay, relax. Kunima Sensei used to do this, but I don't want to talk about Kunima Sensei. He used to say, bring me a chair. And we get a metal folding chair like that, and he'd sit down on the chair and he'd put his feet like a cat stance, and he'd say, okay, please take the chair. And there you'd be. Did I ever do that for you?
Yes, sir.
Hi. So, your back should be straight. Somebody give me a bow, please. Hold up. So, why don't you show us your best cat stance? Okay. Now, I'm looking at this right off the bat here, and here's what I would do, and this is kind of a common problem with some of you, and so they're all doing the same thing. This foot needs to be a little further out. Don't put as much weight on it. You've got this a little bit bent forward. What I want to do here is, okay, because he's bent forward, as my wife's from Peru, and so we have these little, his poto, which is his rear end, is kind of like this. What happens is he's like this. Okay? So if you push his hip forward this way, two things happen. You have less weight on the front foot because you shifted it now. And now this, and this, shoulder, poto, and heel are all on the same line. Okay? Now, somebody took a picture of me so you can see how that's supposed to look. Okay? Now, the next thing is that this punch is going to enter his block because his elbow's out. So you got to push the elbow in now. Push the elbow in instead of this way. Push the elbow in a little bit. So I should hit bicep. Don't turn the knee in. Okay, stand up. Thank you. Another way that Sensei would do this with me is he'd say, okay, stand against the wall like this, Mitsubihashi. Okay, my heels are touching, my rear end's touching, and my shoulder blades are touching. Okay? Half the stance go out. Natural reach. Okay? Heels touching, rear end's touching, shoulder blades touching. Now watch this. This is a cat stance. Natural, whatever your natural stride is, you know, the natural reach when you walk. Okay? Not this way. Right? Don't go like this. This is a goju, some goju. Yeah, seichi, right? Shitoryu, right? Okay? So this, and this are the same line. Don't be this way, because now you got weight here. Okay? This way. Straight down. Straight down. Just like you're going to sit in a chair. Go over here like this. Say, okay, I'm going to sit down. Right? Just go straight down. Like, okay, and they are natural stride. This is Mumuni Sensei. What's your natural stride? Stop. What about Rennoji Dachi desu? Now, from here, Rennoji Dachi, natural stride, Negoashi Dachi. Okay, so I have this right, 1, okay, 2, 3, my natural stride. That's not my natural stride. Right? That's not my natural stride. Whatever mine, we're all different heights. Wherever I naturally reach. Okay? Try, please. Try that idea, get a feeling for it. Keep back straight, try to keep your shoulder blades back. Feel in the same line. Right in the ceiling. This is open here. Elbow in. This is a, you guys are a little too far over this way. No, that's too much. Bring that down. Yeah. The heel. So, I'm in this Utsubidashi. I go out. Okay. The knee is not over the toes. Okay. That's too open. Too open now. Another thing that you can do to test your stance is this. I started out like this, right? So I go here and out. I could do it like I do 4, 5, or 10 cat stances and stop, and then go like this. I should come alongside my heel. Alongside my heel. If I come back like this, like a T, and a lot of you are, this is the kind of stance you have. It's too narrow this way. You're doing this over here. You need to get this here. Fall back and see if you come to heel to heel. Okay? One way to test it. Shitoryu, you practice Shitoryu, you got to do cat stance. The proper way. Right? If you have a bad cat stance, you're going to have a problem in almost every kata. Right? Because you do a lot of cat stance. Right? So it doesn't matter if you're doing pinans or batsai dai or seipai or whatever, if your cat stance has got a problem, you're going to have a constant problem in the kata being totally accurate. Okay? So these are just some suggestions, my observations. Of course, you can take them or leave them, but based upon what I've been taught by 3 different instructors, which all basically coincide in this regard, is that you want this heel, rear end, and shoulder in line. You want the knee in, not out. You don't want this too far out. You don't want a T here. Okay? And the shoulder back. Don't have it like this. Shoulder back. Okay? So you're a little leaning forward. You got a T. Okay? And easy to play with. Okay, let's relax. Today I'd like to talk about, in about 1929, Kenzo Mabuni, who's my current instructor, the son of the originator Kenmo Mabuni, Kenzo inherited the style. A lot of people thought, and I did too, mistakenly, that Kene, the older son, inherited the style. Okay? Apparently that was not the case. Historically, these are facts, if you check them out, is that Kene Sensei was the older brother. However, what happened was, if you look at the dates, Kenwa Sensei, the originator of Shito-ryu, came to Osaka, and the date that Shito-ryu was established as a style is 1929. Okay? From that date forward, I mean, Shito-ryu is that old, 1929 to today. 65 years or whatever that is. Okay? In that developmental stage, and Kenmo Mabuni died in 1957, so from 1929 to 1957, 28 years is when the style was developed. Okay? In that 28-year time period, Kene was gone 10 years. He was gone from the Hamu Dojo, from Dad, 10 years. And 10 years out of 28 years is a whole lot of years, okay? Especially in that time of development stage.
Where was he during that?
He spent 4 years in Tokyo living with Konishi Sensei while he went to university. Okay, so he got to high school, graduated high school, went up there, stayed with Konishi Sensei, who was another karate, was a jiu-jitsu guy, actually a kendo guy, and I've been in his dojo, in fact, and he had an award from the emperor as a living treasure. I have a picture of me and him sitting on his couch with that award behind it. And anyway, Konishi Sensei was doing, he does Ryobukai, called Ryobukai, which is essentially kind of a Shito-ryu Shotokan thing, okay? And that's because he was influenced by Mabuni Sensei. He was in Tokyo, so he trained with Funagoshi, but he really liked Mabuni Sensei, so they interacted a lot. So they do cast stands and back stands, stuff like that. Anyway, so and Kennedy Sensei, of course, stayed at his house, lived at his house 4 years. Well, what are you going to do? You're a martial artist. The house is above the dojo. I mean, it's like the house is up to the second floor, you know. So what are you going to do? Well, let's go downstairs, you know. And so there's, you know, he's got Mabuni's son there. Gee, could we go over some kata? You know. So, but anyway, he's up there for 4 years, right? And Konishi Sensei was a chiropractor. So Kene studied chiropractic, got interested in that, graduated college, stayed there for a year or so in Tokyo. Go back and say hi to Dad for a weekend, and go back up there and kind of did this chiropractic stuff for a while. Married some down from Tokyo. Then finally did move back down to Osaka. Okay. Guess what happened next? The big one. WW2 came along, World War II. Remember that? Anyway, it's in history books, right? Okay. And so what happened was Kene was of conscription age. In other words, he got drafted. And next thing you know, he spent 8 years or 7 years in the Philippines, in the Philippine Islands, in the Army during World War II. Okay. Now, while during all of that absence, or whatever that was, 10 or 11 years of absence, Kendo, who was the younger brother, who was not eligible to be inscripted and so on until the very end of the war, okay, was there. So he was there with Daddy every day. He saw everybody that came and trained with him. I mean, he got all of that in his head. Right? And he's right there while Dad's saying, well, I'll do this, I'll try that, so on. So he's learning all this stuff. Okay? So he really had comparatively more knowledge in terms of how the style developed than Ken did. Okay? And that's why when Kenwa died, by his will, he left the style Shito-ryu, the name Shito-ryu, and all of the information and everything to Kendo. But Kenne didn't appreciate that because he was the first son, and by a normal process, he was supposed to inherit it. And that's why then he hooked up with Iwata Sensei, who was in Tokyo, who was a student of Mabuni, but was one of the only of 5 people promoted to Shihan rank by Kenwa. Iwata was the only guy that was not an Osaka guy. He was removed from the dojo as well. So Iwata says, well, all right, let's do something, and if I got Mabuni, I got the name Mabuni with me, well, then that gives me credence. Okay, so they hooked up and made Shito Kai, not Shito-ryu, Shito Kai. It's not to say that Kenne's got bad karate. I'm just saying that you have to understand the true historical significance of this. Okay. All right. So there are differences between Shito Kai and Seito Shito-ryu, which is what I'm. Some minor you watch a kata and so on, some little differences and so on. Okay. Anyway, go back to my story because this is what happened in 1929. Miyagi Sensei came to visit Mabuni Sensei. They were training buddies. And in this meeting, during this meeting, Miyagi Sensei, in conference with Mabuni Sensei, made the Kata Tensho. Okay. All right. The same time, that same day, or days, Mabuni Sensei made Shinsei. Shinsei Kata. Okay. And we're about to learn. Unless you got anybody doesn't want to learn, leave now.
I'm not leaving, sir. I just got to get you.
Let her make that perfectly clear. Terrible, terrible, Yoshi.
She can leave, but if anybody teaches it to her after I leave, you got a problem.
Please,
All right,
please.
stand up, please.
No problem.
All right. This is on the Nahate side of the syllabus, all right? So we're going to do a pigeon-toed heikodachi. A heikodachi is like a hanzen kutsu, or half-forward stance. If you take a full-forward stance, shorten it by 1 shoe size, and turn this in, now you have a Nahate heikodachi. Did I make that clear?
Yes.
All right, so that's what we're doing. And we do Nahate heikodachi and a kakete. We're not going to do this. What we're going to do is keep our hips square, and we're going to do this. The elbow's going to stay high and out to the side rather than back and down. And this elbow's in. Okay? So it's going to look like back foot straight, front foot pigeon-toed, front knee is bent, back leg is locked. It's going to look like that. Okay? What I'd like you to do, just so you get kind of comfortable with that, this is the wrong side, is to try, like, step forward, and we're not doing, by the way, we're not doing circular stepping. Okay? Okay, we're doing straight stepping. All right, so straight, straight, okay. Straight. What I'd like you to do is just practice a little bit like this. Here, step. After you arrive and have the stance correct, do the block. Okay? Step. After you arrive and have the stance correct, lock. I want to see this. Locking hands underneath. Locking hands underneath. Locking hands underneath. Locking hands underneath. All right, now you can do it this way, and so you don't have to turn back around, you can step back. Okay?
Play with that a little bit.
Everybody's got that mastered? This is, so,
I like the asphalt first.
just,
Keeping this elbow out
yes,
is probably just me, but I don't feel
comfortable with that.
totally comfortable with that.
Well, it grows on me.
They've heard that a time or two.
Why is it out?
Yeah.
Because Mabuni Sensei told me to do it that way. That's the end. We'll put that on the list of questions for him next year.
If you need a nookie that you can really hit,
We're going to get around to that. All right, move back a little bit, please. Now, here we go. You guys do Chino Kata? It starts out looking like Chino Kata, but very soon changes. You start out like this. Okay? Do your typical opening. All right? And you move your back foot. Okay? So you're going to step with your right foot out. Get your hands crossed like this, turn, and block in the Zenku Tadachi. Okay? By the way, this upper block is pretty dramatic angle. It's not flat. Okay? All right, now we're going to step into this pigeon-toed Heikodachi punch. Okay? And now we're going to step back into the Shikodachi, crossing the arm block. Okay, so with the exception of moving the back foot, that seems pretty much like Chino Kata. Now we move the back foot again. Hands and feet move together. Block, pigeon-toed, Heikodachi punch, block. Okay? That's pretty familiar, except that we're going to do that pigeon-toed stance and move the back foot both times, okay? All right, let's try it. Move the back foot, get your hands together, turn out and block. On the inside. Got it. Inside. All right. Is this block strong? Is it? Okay, good. All right, very nice. This is going to be, oh, good. Cause you have it turned too much. Okay. Yep. All right. Same thing. Is that strong? No. Now watch it turn a little bit. Ooh, that's different. Okay, just that little angle. Don't, if you make it flat, you can't do it. Turn it a bit. Make it out fist higher than the elbow. Makes you a whole different block, okay? A whole different block. All right, punch. Heikodachi, pigeon-toed Heikodachi. The back foot isn't pigeon-toed. Straight. That's a little bit odd. That's the way it's like locked, and a little bit has to be longer. It's like a half forward stance, longer. It's not a sanshin, okay? No, it's not a sanshin or a sudachi, for example. All right? it's like like what you call Han Zenkutsu, okay? It's like Han Zenkutsu because the front foot's pigeon-toed in, so it's a little longer. Front knee bent, back leg locked, okay? All right, from that position, come back to Shikodachi block, crossing your arms. This isn't going to work either, okay? You do this, and now lock the bend. Okay, this should be about one fist above your thigh. All right, now you're in this position. Move your left foot, hands together, turn and block. Zenkutsu, typical Zenkutsu. See, this isn't going to work. Okay, I want you to go just a little bit. Okay, that way.
Okay.
Keep that way. That's good. That's excellent.
Right.
Okay, punch. Front foot's pigeon-toed, back leg is locked, front knee is bent. Come back, Shikodachi block. This is about one fist above your thigh, all right? So be careful not to get it real high. In Seito Shito-Ro, we do 2 down blocks, okay? This is a gate-on barai. Shikodachi or Zenkutsu. If I'm in a smaller stance like cat stance, for example, now this is higher, about belt height. It's called harayuke, all right? Like a middle down block. This is a middle down block in a higher stance, heikodachi or cat stance. If I'm in a Zenkutsu, now it's a gate-on barai, it's lower. Like this is for blocking a kick, this is for blocking a hand, for example, okay? So we did Vasai Sho, okay, it's higher, all right? All right, now we go to our mastered technique, all right? The left foot comes forward, kakete, elbow is out. That's the one that grows on you, remember?
This.
Elbow is in, this elbow is in, this elbow is out, okay? Front snap kick with the right foot, okay? So from this position, we're gonna go kick, make a fist with your right hand, bring it back, step out, go to Shikodachi, pull in and strike up. Okay, so like this, kick, make a fist with your right foot, land, pull and strike. And this is regular upper cut, not a ippon ken, all right? Bring your hand back like this by your ear, back fist, crossing your arms, block, punch across Kagitsuki, this way, okay, it's kind of like in Naifanshin or Teki, okay, the kiai is on the uppercut, so if you feel like this is going to be kind of fast, you're going to go kick, hey! Okay? And that takes a little practice to do it quickly and still keep focus. Up, strike, block, punch. All right, let's go back to the beginning. Okay? So, here like this, shinsei.
Shinsei.
Okay, left hand on top, cover your knuckles. See, don't interlock your thumb, okay? Do that. Okay? Open it. Now. Okay, you're going to step out with your right foot and get your hands ready and pivot and block simultaneously. Zenkutsu, go. Heikodachi, pigeon-toed punch. Back leg is locked, front foot is pigeon-toed. Come back, Shikodachi, gate-on barai. One fist above the thigh. Left foot step out, right foot inside, right hand inside block. Zenkutsu, Heikodachi punch. Okay, come back, block, Shikodachi. Step forward, left foot, kakete, pigeon-toed Heiko. Left elbow's in, right elbow's out. Front snap kick, make a fist with the right hand. Block, punch. I go back to the beginning, try it. Man. Block, punch, block. Block, punch, block. Okay. Hey! We gotta reach it. Punch. This one. Okay, you're doing it. let me make just a quick comment here, please. And Shihan, Kelly and I were discussing this at breakfast. What I'm teaching you today is what I learned from a senior instructor. In this case, Louis Sensei. This is Louis Sensei kata. I got this version of the kata. I did this kata for many years. Hayashashitoru, and learned the kata originally in 1975 from Carol Hayashi. So I did the kata for 20 years. Subsequently, had it adjusted a tad, such as this type of a thing here, from Kendo Louis Sensei. To the best of my ability, I'm going to teach you what he taught me. To the best of your ability, and your responsibility is, to the best of your ability, is to learn what I teach you. And to practice that. Now, I don't care if you're Shotokan, Wado-ryu, Taekwondo. Okay? This is a Seito Shidoru kata. Okay? And that's what we're doing. We're not doing a Taekwondo version of the Seito Shidoru kata. All right? So I'm not trying to change your other stuff, but I'm trying to teach you something new this way. All right? So please don't bastardize it, or as Xian John Sells would say, homogenize it. Okay? Don't blend it with what else you're doing, and all of a sudden it becomes Ricky Roo. Excuse me. Okay? Right? No, that's some name popped in my head. But my point is, don't homogenize it, okay? Don't mix it and say, well, I like it better. This is more comfortable. I'm going to do this instead of that. Well, I didn't mean to imply that you were going to do that, Shion.
No, I just, may I say one thing real quick?
Yeah.
My word is out, guys. This kata does not change. Anything you learned this weekend, had better say exactly the way you learned.
Okay? Because if I get around a little bit, I might will run into one of your people one day and say, where'd you learn that? Oh, I learned that from Shion Williams. Oh, you did? Yo, Bulldog, baby! You need to talk to your people, man.
And you'll be dead.
Well, I thought a flying sidekick would look good there.
Don't be sticking no rolls in Super Rinse. Or in Shinsei, all right? All right, so here we go. Shinsei. Okay, open. Hands down. Okay? You step out with your hands coming together, and this is like you're not really in a stance. This is transitional. It's like get there, turn, block, boom. Okay? Hit your toe stance, punch. Shikodachi block. Okay, move your left foot, same thing. Transitional, get ready, then turn with the block. Punch. Pigeon toes, block down. Okay? Block. Kakete. This is right hand is on top, left hand is on the bottom. Turn. Okay? So this looks like an outer block like this. Looks like a close-fisted. The hand action is the same as this, except it's open and there's that turn grab. Elbow is out, elbow is in. Okay? Front snap, kick, pull it back. All right, now you're going to step over. You're in a Shikodachi, so we're going to go to a Heigo. So what you're going to do is, if you step straight over, you're going to be in a Zen. So you got to half this stance. So you got to step over like this, okay, and I was like this. And what's going to happen is you're going to cross your hands and do a snappy block, just like an outer block, but it's open.
And Hikodachi.
And Heigodachi.
Elbow faster.
Yes.
Okay.
And this hand's on your shoulder blade. But that's like, so you're going to kind of step, and it's like as you pivot, boom.
Sean's elbow out.
No, not in this piece. Now we do the same idea with the kakete on the opposite side, elbow out, step, pigeon toe, Heiko, block. All underneath. Okay. Okay, front snap kick, pull it back, up like the eye, back, down block, punch. Okay? All right, go back to the beginning. Go through it 2 times on your own, please. Couple of things, keep the front foot pigeon-toed, back leg locked, elbow out on the caquette. When you do this turn here, remember to come across, come here and turn so you're like this. Your hand's going to come over. This front foot pigeon-toed a little bit into lock, boom, step here. I see some people trying to do the caquette on top, underneath. Just think about outer block. When you do this here, always pull the kick back, reach out a little bit here, you're pulling the guy's arm in, we're going to talk about the application here in a minute. Strike up, so this is like pulling together. Lift the eye, back fist, cross your arms, lock, punch, okay? All right, pardon me?
Dropping.
Dropping, well this is off the cut. Back to
I'm speaking of the elbow, sir. That's all. Pulling back.
okay. This is going to be hip action. This is square. Don't go so much around your body. Yeah, so this is. Okay. All right, now we're at this piece right here. Let's do this. From this point, does everybody understand how we got here? All right, from this point, you're going to pivot on your left foot and give me a square cat, open hand, outer block. Square cat, open hand, outer block. Step back, pull this hand back, straight back like that, straight back, and this hand straight over. Keep a square cat. Here's your mawashi we did earlier. Now, you just turn this hand and bring this hand up. Step back. Exhale on the way down. Okay? You will not return to the same spot. Not on pay form, never happens. Don't worry. Okay? All right, so here we go. Shinsei. Hey. Okay, let's go. Block. Punch. Block. Go. Block. Punch. Block. Go. Caquette. Kick. Yeah. Okay, step. There you go. Caquette. Kick. Go. Okay, block. Square cat. Square cat. Back. Don't turn it. Square cat. Go. This is inhale. Inhale. Bring the left hand to the right hand. Okay, work. Stay tight to your body. One of the things that Mabusan would always emphasize is keeping your elbows in and down. Don't do this, okay? So don't go. You know, this is like, keep your, like this, see this is like glue my elbows right here. And I'll give you a little idea. Kind of interesting how,
What you need, Jim?
I need a piece of paper.
Oh, Bruce, in the front of...
Never guess where I learned this from. Okay, keep your arms in. Now if I go, work, right? If I go, elbows stay in. Watch boxers. Should boxers do this?
Not for very long.
Keep yourself covered, and this is how you, when we talk about Yapate water and stuff, the way you get the power is from being in, your leverage points are here. Okay? So, so if I had the situation and I wanted to do this, here's a punch, and I did power here, now I want to do a technique. I want to keep my elbow down. My elbow's down. If I do this, now I don't have, here I am way up here, I don't have it. Alright? So, for example, pinon nidon, okay, and I'm this way, okay, alright? Typical basic bunkai, right? But, alright, so from the same block, that is just block hit, okay, now one bunkai application brings me to this. If I bring him this way, elbow here, I can kick here, okay, now I can take him this way. But the idea is to accommodate that and get the control. I'm down here. Okay? Watch Yuke, he punches here, punch there. Okay? Okay? There's a number of applications. This is, just stay right there, don't move, okay? Now imagine that I have, what's your name?
Chris.
Imagine I had Chris like this. I did that. Chris would not have an elbow. Okay, that's once again here, 1, 2. Okay. Now. Alright. Alright. And this, so this is like, I can do this and get it here. This is more, for example, high shot people do this technique like this. And shinsei. And like that. Why? Because they're doing this technique. Ooh, this technique. Okay, arm bar. Okay. The original Mahate, which is what Seito Shizuru does in Goju, is that I did this. And I do this, and I got the arm bar with my wrists, and now I have a push. Okay? Or I have this punch, this hand blocks that. Okay? Takes us a step back, and straight. Guy pushes me like this. Okay? And this is a combination of Southern female etiquette and kung fu. And it's like, Southern female etiquette is to curtsy. And the kung fu is, you all right? And you can do it, you can curtsy from this side or this side. So, curtsy, wrap. Okay. And this is Uni Sensei's technique. He likes that.
Hi.
Same idea. Right. Okay, so different applications of the same concept. Right. But don't drop your paper. Okay. All right. Now let's take. We got the general idea of the kata. Does everybody understand the basic embusen or pattern? All right. Let's talk a little bit about some of the application. All right. The opening movement is pretty simple. You're gonna. Would you come here, please? The concept of this kata is the reason I step out with the back foot is that the guy is off from me. He's not directly to my side. Okay. If he's directly to my side, typical kata says move your left foot this way, for example, and face the guy and I'm in line. Okay. But in this case, I'm a little bit off. So if I move my left foot to either there, okay? So this concept is that when he comes to attack, punch face technique, I'm going to step into that. Okay? This block is just regular block or block strike. All right? And if I punch, then he either throws another punch or kick, and I'm back out. This idea, this concept is very kumite oriented. It's like I enter, I do my technique, and then he takes another shot at me, so then I get out. How many times have you seen that? Okay, enter, get out. Right? That same feeling. Right? You do the same thing in Chino Kata, where you do that. You do this here. Okay? Elbow strike, get out, go back in. Same feeling. All right? So it's really sparring. All right, so you do the same thing here. Now we're going to do this idea, and I came out of this, and he punches the face, okay? And it's parry. It's move this foot to here, parry, block, grab. Okay? In this position here, front snap kick, he bends forward, boom. I'm going to pull him down and strike up to the chin. Now I'm going to hit him. Now this can go 3 or 4 different ways. 1, 2, strike to the ground. 1, 2, 3 into the pressure point in here, hammer. Okay, punch. 1, 2, get rid of this. Punch. Okay. So all 3 of those will work. Sure. And this is just the bunkai. We haven't talked about the oyo yet. Understand there's a bunkai and oyo. Bunkai is this idea, okay, punch, punch face. 1, 2, 3, that we're doing just what we do in the kata, whatever I choose. Okay. Now I say, well, all right, if I were to follow through on that, okay, do the same idea, punch please, 1, 2, 3, and do the same thing. Okay, now it's like, okay, from there, some other technique is going to happen. I might not even want to do this. I might go 1, 2, 3. Forget the other piece. There. All right. Another idea is in the wrap. Let me do it this way so they can see. Punch, punch, face. Okay, kick, strike, strike. Now you come in here like this. This is kind of a nice technique. It's like strike, arm bar, strike. And now we have it done. Give us room.
Take your chin, Brooks.
You're gonna put it down and roll. Okay?
Put your chin.
Go. Now I have arm bar here, strike here, strike here, strike here. You might have seen that before. Okay? Push. Okay? So there are, in other words, after you do just the basic kata idea, then there's a follow-through technique that you can do. All right? So what I'd like to do is pair off with someone and try some of that out a little bit on how that move might apply. Okay? Go ahead. Technique. Okay? This is kind of nice. Bing, all right? This idea of bottom fist strike is very goju. Okay? And there are a number of techniques that can come out of that. You know, you can go in from here, you can come up and strike again. 1, 2, okay. Strike here. You get this technique here, pick the guy up. So inclined. This is rather simple, and it's kind of a guy that likes to do that. It's like attack the nerve. Okay? Attack the nerve. And you come in here and strike. All right. All right. And this idea that I want to talk about was, how do I do this feeling? This has to go. You want to go on the outside. It's almost like an elbow roll. You're going to go on the outside, come around, and now this is going to strike up into the ground. And when I do that, I'm going to pull his arm this way and shift in as much as I can. I'm right against his shoulder. See that? And this is hit with the whole forearm to the groin. When I do all of that together, then I just drop myself in my bulldog. Right? Okay, and he's going to go. All right, and you keep this because you want an arm bar when you roll. But you can't do it out here. You have to be right up against him. Okay? All right. So sometimes I tell my students, you gotta treat your rookie like it's your girlfriend, you know, or your boyfriend. You gotta get in there real close up against him. You can't do it out here. You can't do judo like this. You gotta get in close you can control. Okay? All right? Bunkai, one technique with a different one. This idea here, okay, is a different thing than this idea here. Okay? So this wrapping idea comes out of this technique. All right? One simple idea that seems to work nicely is that from the block, and I'm going to go to this punch. If you want to do this, is what you do is you come around like this and you get an arm bar here. Okay. Punch. Okay. Now the way to do that is to come out of that here. It's like I go punch. Okay. Now instead of the down block situation, I got it here like this. This is going to come here. Okay. Down roll. Okay. Dip your head. Hey. Okay. All right, so that's simple. It works, you're just kind of there, you know. Block, one, and there you are, you got this here. Now you can kind of do whatever you want, you know, if you want. And then if you want to throw it, this is where you throw it, right here. You just come out there, or throw them out into the traffic. Okay? So don't mix one with the other. I'm trying to do that thing there. It's a little different technique. Now we got this idea, right? And that's when we start talking. I demonstrated that a little earlier, some of those ideas. Okay? So go back to your partners. Make two lines for every partner. By the way, you give yourself some room, okay? But common thing to do here, and it might be good to stagger yourselves, but common thing when you're going to work with a partner, okay? The polite, regardless of style or art, is when you bow, it's like, onegaishimasu. Okay, like, please work with me. Onegaishimasu, please do something. In this case, the inference is, please work with me. Get done. Don't know how you got to go down.
Hi.
So, you're doing Japanese art, you should have some of that basic Japanese courtesy etiquette. Okay? All right, and if you have that, you know what? You'll never get in trouble with it. You know?
Hi.
If you don't have it, you can get in trouble. Okay? So, that's just like kind of general stuff. I studied Shinkendo with Bot Sensei. You know, he's an Aikijutsu and sword guy primarily, but the courtesy factors are the same in the dojo, right? As in Budo or Karate, essentially. Same idea. We got Iman, Arigato gozaimasu. Those are like two basic terms you should learn when you're a white belt and use them every day if you're going to dojo. Right? All right, now let's do people facing the mirror are going to attack, and what I want you to do is I want you to do this position we just did. We just came out of this part of the kata. All right, this is obviously a block. Okay, then you're going to come back here. This guy is going to punch. This guy is going to punch Jodan here. Okay, then he's going to punch Shudan here. You're going to snake this over. Okay, do just that much of it. Kind of make sure you got that lock there. Okay. Just do it slowly, like punch, punch, like that, and punch, punch. Okay. Try again. Punch, punch. Okay. All right, go ahead. It's helpful is after you had a chance to kind of experiment or explore the Bunkai application, go back and do the kata. It seems to make more sense to you and also helps you remember the kata. Okay, don't bend down so much like that. Don't, you're going to hurt your back. You just stand up straight, kind of natural. Don't lock your legs. Natural. Okay? One of the things in Seito Shito-ryu, Mabuni Sensei, is that every kata does not start this way. Okay? Each kata has a different opening kamae. Okay? So I might do this, for example, or I might do this, or I might do this, or I might do this. Okay? Just a G and Jion. Alright? Pinan start like this. So it depends on the kata. In this particular case, this is what we're doing. But I think I should mention that because like the Hayashi kata, for example, or even Motobaha, we did everything from here. Right. Beginning and ending all started the same way. But Mabuni Sensei makes a real point of that's not the way it's supposed to be. Okay. So anyway, in this case, Shinsei. Shinsei. Okay, open. Okay, block. Punch. Block. Turn. Block. Punch. Block. Parry. Block. Make sure your elbows are correct. Turn your hand down. Okay, now it's going to be all together. Ready, go. Kick, strike. Okay, step block. Okay, go. Okay. Okay, block. Back. Go. By the way, there's a little exhale on these kakete as well. So, this, okay? A little exhale there on both sides. On this. Okay, now, also, the beginning and the end of the kata does not have a bow in it. Okay? So don't walk up and go. Shinsei! Do the kata. Okay? Boy there. I mentioned that because I just caught someone doing it. So, the bow is separated from the kata. Okay? If you're going to perform, you go up here like this. This is the mat. Bow. Bow. Shinsei! You do the kata, bing, 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 bing. Come back. Or in this case. Or if you want to stop, wait. 1, 2, 3 in your own self. About 4 counts, 5 counts. Separate the bow from the kata. Okay, one more time. The timing, by the way, the rhythm is the next. Once you first learn sequence, okay? Learn the application idea. When you want to perform the kata, every kata is not performed the same way. Shito-ryu is not vanilla karate, okay? Or cookie cutter karate. Each kata has its own flavor. I mean, this is like Baskin and Robbins, okay? We got 63 kata on the syllabus, or whatever you got, okay? Every one is uniquely different. There's a little different flavor, okay? It's a strawberry swirl, vanilla fudge, okay, Napoleon, butterscotch rum, okay? All right, so each one has a little different rhythm to it. Some are slow, some are fast, some are slow and fast. Shinsei actually has about 3 different rhythms, okay? The first part of the kata is basic, what I call basic rhythm, like Pinan's. Block, punch, block. Block, punch, block. I'm not doing good stances, I'm just trying to show you the rhythm, okay? Block, punch, block. Block, punch, block. Now all of a sudden it's fast, slow. Now it's real fast. Bang. Regular rhythm. Fast, slow. Real fast. Bang. Regular rhythm. Slow. Stop. Okay? That's one of the things that makes this kata very difficult to do correctly is that it's just like, did you ever watch horses that prance? The horse comes out there and he's going. Right? So there's just like, in mid-step, he stops and changes rhythm. That's the way this kata is. Okay? Now that we all, minasan wakarimasu ka? Does everybody understand? Good, let's do it. Okay? So the first part is 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Starts out fast, goes slow. Starts out fast, goes slow. Then it's very fast. Okay? Regular rhythm. Starts out fast, goes slow. Very fast. Machine man. Regular rhythm. Soft, slow. Okay? When you do this, by the way, this isn't just hands. This is tense your buttocks. Same thing here. This is tension from here, not just shoulders and arms. Tense from here. Got little dimples right here.
Is that pushing hara? The pushing hara?
That's pushing hara and tensing muscle down here. That tensing muscles here gives you strength here. Okay? All right, try it on your own. I'm going to call it, I tell people we're going to count it by the bunkai. We're going to do, we're going to start with your palm up. Start out with yes. Start with your palm up. Palm up, palm up, palm down. Palm up, palm up, palm down.
Then on the turn, the rocking hand.
Yeah, your right hand is fine. So what happens is you go step, bring your right hand on top.
Close.
Yeah.
Don't worry about punch.
As you step, bring your hand over. And that's done snappy, it's not soft. That's snappy, this is soft. All right, we used to do this kata, this was when I was with Pat Sensei, we used to do this kata right after the pinan, or pardon me, right before the pinan. We do kihon, like taikyoku ideas, ten no kata, shin no kata, shinsen. Ooh, is that a big jump? Then pinan. I always felt like, that's like throwing a spear through the spoke of the wheel of a bicycle, you know? Why he put it there? On the Seito Shikuru Solos in Buddha Sensei, this kata is up around Shodan level. Okay? The first 3 black belt level requirement. We teach it sooner than that. But it takes a while to get it really developed properly. It's not, you know, it's short, but it's deceptive. Don't, well, there's a little kata. There's a lot of stuff here. There's a lot of nuances, and we don't have the time. I could spend all day long just breaking this kata down for you, you know, in detail. And we don't have that luxury of that time. Try to give you some basic concepts. Some of the things that are happening there, those are definitely not the only thing. Okay? For every bunkai Oyo application you have, there's another one, and another one, and another one. Okay, and as I said yesterday, most of the people over here talked about, let's try to get some depth to our karate. Right? And as I also said yesterday, if you're a master level, it's not that you never make a mistake. I miss too. Okay? But I have an alternate program to go to. Right? So if I miss A, I go to B. If I miss B, I go to C. If I miss C, I make something up. Whatever works. Okay? So what you got to do is, to do that, you have to have all of this in your file, up here, okay? And in your body memory. It's like, oh, well, the angle's not going to work, so I can't do this, so now I got to do something else, okay? And you just change it a bit, but you're able to flow from what you were going to do into something else. Okay? And that's karate with more depth. All right? So strive for that.
Let's,
All right. Are we done? Are you tired? You want to quit?
could we move those cars?
Oh,
It's,
that Mahuni Sensei himself originated, right? Shinsei was one of them. Judoku was another one. Shimpa was another one. On this tape, one of the tapes that I have for sale, I have, if anybody's interested, by the way, wrong one. Okay, this particular tape has Shinsei, Judoku, and Basai Dai, Kuba Sensei, Mahuni Sensei was doing a clinic on Shinsei and some Bunkai applications on similar ideas today, and has him demonstrating Judoku and Basai Dai. Okay, I only have one of these, but anybody's there are these kata that are Mahuni originated stuff. Okay, Judoku, for example, is 16, and the reason it's called 16 was that it was brought about in Showa 16, the 16th year of the reign of Showa, which is about 1940, when the kata was introduced. Okay, you want to learn? Sure. All right. This has some similarity to Matsukade. It has a little feel, but it's different. Start out like this here. Again, this happens to be a kata that starts like this. Okay? We're going to move to the side. This is a block idea. It's like you're avoiding. Okay? So from this position, out. Okay? Go. Okay? Come back again. Now please watch me. This is sometimes called the old Kokutsudachi or the Okinawan Kokutsudachi, all right? This is not a Zenkutsudachi. Okay? As in like Jion, here on the same line. Don't do this. Okay? This idea is that this guy's going to punch at me. Punch. It doesn't matter. And I'm just getting out of the way. Okay? It's like I'm just going to let it go by me. Okay? Then I'll come back. Okay? All right, so I'm like this. I'll turn like this. Step out. What makes the chest go there? Feet are on the same line. Back leg is locked. Turn to Shikodachi. Right punch, left punch. Step forward, Zenkutsudachi, Suyuke. Punch. This is like this. Gee, that looks familiar. We did that last night. Number 6 technique, as I recall from Tenshin Happo. Upper block. Okay, stepping forward, double palm strike. Okay, and this is a little different because in like Jukde, this is this way. Backhand's on top. This is the other way. Front hand's on top. Okay, from there, Kokutsudachi palm block out. Palm block. This. Okay? I go back. There's a little thing that happens here, and some of you might have seen it, some of you might not have, but this concept we talked about a little bit last night about the back foot moving. Okay? So I do this here, and when I step, it's not like locked in situation, but more like 1, 2. That back foot moves a little bit, right? Kind of drags up a little bit. Okay? Judoku. Remember, it's not a Zen. Right punch, left punch. Step out with the left foot. Open hand. Okay, block up. Push, drag. This is this way. Okay. Come out. Cat stance, knife hand block, 45 degrees. Block. And step, drag, push. Hand goes right from here. Don't pull it back. This is like Keitadachi goes like you drag the hip up. Okay, half stand. Block. Block. Push. Let's go back to the beginning. Judoku. Sorry about that, I just got into my mode. I'm sorry, I just kind of did it. Okay, here. 1, 2, punch, punch. 1, 2. Push. Okay, block. Okay, now we talked about the Bunkai rhythm idea. Please don't lean. Don't do this. This is, back is always straight. This is going to be 1, 2, boom. Okay? Turn. 1, 2, boom. To the right, come inside. 1, 2, boom. Okay? All right, go back. I'm going to do this. Move back a little bit, please. I'm used to a wood floor, so if you allow me, I'll do it here. Okay? So, go. That's kind of the feeling. Kind of fast, snappy, more Matsukaze feeling. Okay? In this position, I avoid, go right back in. Okay? Now, you don't do it quite that fast. If you want to break that up in 2, you can. You go 1, bing, bing. Okay, so there's a little pause. Little pause at the upper block. Okay? All right, let's do it. Up to that point. Ready? Avoid counter. New attack comes. So if he did this, something like this, a little punch. Counter. All right, now he punches with the other hand to my face. Okay? Okay, now he punches to my face here. Okay? Okay? And as I push him, he tries to kick me. No, the other. You're stepping back because you can't kick it back. Okay? So I was like this, avoid. Punch, punch. He tries to punch me with that hand. Step in, punch with that hand. Okay? Push. Okay? That's what's going on. Now you can see that there's this like, this is a tennis match, right? Gabing, 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 gabing. If I don't answer, I lose a point, right? So there isn't no time to stop here. Okay? It's like avoid, punch, punch. As soon as I punch, punch, he attacks me. He attacks me again. I gotta get him. On the way back, he's falling back and kick. Right? It's like, oh! Okay? All right, let's do it. Ready? And reverse punch, Zenkutsu punch. Front snap kick to the stomach. Reverse punch. One snap kick to stomach, reverse punch. Double block, catch. Okay, now I'm going to do this idea like pinyon on heel toe drag. Right. An idea? Okay, and when I do that, I'm going to drop my wrist and I'm going to go. Hey! To the eyes, to both eyes. So I did double block, I did. So I come here and I went reverse punch, kick punch, twice, block. Hey! Got this. And I go back there. You just did this. Hope I'm not running over you on this.
Yeah.
Good.
Okay. Reverse punch, front kick, reverse punch, front kick, reverse punch. Okay. Double block, cat stance, heel toe, ki. Hey! I go back to the beginning. These kicks are to the stomach. So I did this. This is like I drug Heiko, Bolzan Kutsadachi. Please bring your knee up and snap the foot back. Okay, don't do this. Snap it back, reverse punch. Block, and there's a little bit of a pause right there. This is like punch, kick, punch. Fast. Punch, kick, punch. Little pause. Hey! Okay? All right, here we go. Don't get in such a hurry where you do this. You know, you just kind of walk through it. What?
From punch, block,
Push.
it just comes straight down to the side.
This hand's going to come to armpit, because this hand's already here, so it's like block. We're not holding the hand lower, holding it kind of up here, like under the pectoral muscle. Okay, but then there's a little weight. You don't go 1, 2, and then right away come here. 1, 2. 1, 2, bump, little weight. 1, 2, bump, little weight. Then this is all one bunkai. All over this. Okay? Supporter block. Supporter block. By the way, this is meat to meat. Some people do this like knuckles to the arm. This is meat to meat. Okay? So we do 1, 2, 3, 4. From here, pull your right hand back. Roll this hand in here and block. Cat's hand. Okay? And the foot doesn't go behind, it goes right alongside. So I did 1, 2, 3, 4. I did this way. This is Shito-Ru, so this hip thing is very subtle. It's not. Okay, we're not doing that. It's more. So this is kind of from here. A little bit of a weight. Okay. I'm going to do a ki here. Yeah, I'm sorry, ki here. Used to. Ki is there.
Good, sir.
There's only one ki. All right, so from this position, after I did this, go to this. Oh, turn, cat stance, block. 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 Okay, now this hand comes over and palm down. Move and pull your right hand back. This is kind of an interesting bow tie. The guy punched here, and I did block. Okay, now he punches there. Okay, and this is arm break. And this is knee strike. Could follow with this kick here. And now, concept in the kata is after I did this, is I got to get rid of that arm. So this idea is to get rid of that arm and straight arm the guy and measure him off for that punch. And then push off as I come back. You all right? Okay, so block the right punch, break the left elbow, and this is like knee strike, okay, at the same time. Do this, don't go way out here. Just rather than make a very big thing. Okay. 1, 2, get rid of the arm. That's kind of like straight arming him and measuring. Boom. Okay. All right? You got it? Do it. Also, when you get here, you did. Right now, you're kind of going a little too fast. Take time to focus this. Just an instant longer. Okay. Now this hand goes right from here. Push. So don't wind them up. If you want to push. Like this hand comes back a little bit. Actually, it doesn't come back. It actually kind of step into it. Because your hand stays where it was, and you step into it. And drag it and push.
I have a question about. Let's see. Okay, this hand folds over first. This happens.
It actually comes inside because you go like this. This hand's going to come inside and fold over.
And turn over. Then you
Right. Right. Stay on, no. Stay on. This can be two things. One is I got this, and this is like pushing that away. Punch. I like to do it as a combination of that and a straight on. Okay, that's my personal preference. Okay, 20 cents will show you this idea of how I look at it. Alright. I'm going to do that and one.
might not kill him, but it's going to get him.
Well, yeah, well, it doesn't stop your forward motion because I can separate you here and you can still enter. Okay, you can enter. All right. But if I go this way, I did that. Okay, it's kind of like I'm going to try to enter. Okay?
I can do it.
It kind of stops you from coming in on me momentarily, and I need a moment. Wow, I'm going to do it that way. You'll see that idea, this idea is, yeah, this idea here, another topic, aoyami. Aoyami.
Chinese guy.
Blue pine. So you're bringing your hand down, up, I got an up motion that is there. Just let this hand turn. Let this hand turn here. You're going. Now, if you're dropping your hand and you come this way. And what I'm doing is I'm turning this hand and going straight out. Straight out. Straight out. You're going to lock your elbows at the moment. No. Lock. Move. You're not going to do this. Actually, you're on this side first, right?
Right.
This side.
Right.
That's right.
So that hand does stay up.
Well, why would it stay up?
No.
It's supposed to stay up there, right? Because you got to clear. That's a clearing technique, right? So I'm here. I don't want to turn it into two opponents. This punches here. So I'm here. It's like this. Okay?
Right. Oh, yeah.
You always want to think about the kata practical application, okay? In other words, don't overlook those transition points, like we were just talking about. Transitioning from one direction to another, very important part, okay? One position to another means one opponent to another. So I got rid of this guy, and now if I don't do this correctly as I move to this guy, I'm liable to get hit before I move, right? So it's like, for example, in Kendo kata, I'm here, the guy's going to punch here, okay? This is feeling, right? So now I'm in Judoku, and the guy's going up, or either side, doesn't matter. Okay, I'm going to go, this feeling is like, I got some kind of a protection to go to that punch, okay? If I go here, and bring that hand back, we just traded punches, all right? Whoever was quicker or stronger win, all right? So it's like move this, keep this hand in front as a protection source until it can be replaced by the other. That's the same thing in Kobudo, by the way, okay? I have the hardest time getting my students to do correctly. But for example, you have this section like we're going to do side, and you're supposed to switch. What everybody wants to do is, you want to go. All right. So here I go. Momentarily, I got nothing there. Okay. Here, it's like as I step in, that stays there. Trade places. Trade places. Trade places. It's just like they don't do this and then do this. All right. Leave the old one there until the new one can take its place. All right. All right. So we talked about keeping that in the guy's face when you're walking. Okay. So it's just like as you go through here and do this. Okay. That's going to stay there until I can replace it. All right? I'm not going to go. I'm not going to have that moment where there's nothing there. Okay. So whether it's with a weapon, okay, so 1, 2, 3. Keep that out there and then trade it at the last moment. Trade it at the last moment. Same idea. Okay? All right, do we have the copy? Showa 16, which is about 1940. It was not an old copy. Okay? A couple of unique things is front hand palm rather than like this idea or this idea like Jute is this way. Okay? And the drag the back foot thing, go to from Zen to Shingo. This is very interesting because this is white crane. You see that in all, like, you do Heiku, I do white crane kata too, so. Heiku, Ananku, Anan, Heiku, Anan, Pachu. Okay, that set of kata from Rue-Ru, the Rue-Ru group, okay? Sakamoto Sensei, right? Who was a student of Nakai, K-A-I-Ima, Nakaima Sensei. Okay, all that white train is very aggressive. You're always moving into the guy. Okay, it's very orientated that way. Okay? And so you see little hints of it here. It kind of creeps into the Shito-ryu. Remember, there was that Gotenki influence. Okay. Soke Mabuni Kendo Sensei doesn't acknowledge that very much. He says, yeah, it was a little, interaction with Gotenki, but he doesn't really talk about it. I don't know why. It is documented that was there. They interacted and they definitely learned stuff like new Taiko, for example. Taiko. Crane technique there. Other stuff is you do this feeling. Let's try this idea, just standing in place. And take your hand and let it kind of float up like this, up. Now we go up, we keep the elbow down. Down. Up. One, two, three. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. This is a good exercise. And we get into this feeling, and this can be up, down. This can be, so I'll go to the hip, go to the shoulder. This thumb goes to this finger. 1, 2. Same hand does chicken feet. Okay? So it's try this. It look familiar, Sheila?
Good.
More sake kata discussion. Try this idea. So I'm down like this, he's going to enter, and he's going to punch at me, okay, and I'm going to do this. Seems soft, and that's soft. It's soft. It's soft. I like it. Because I do this. If I do this here, you can bend, I get him to go back up. We talked about eye roll before.
Yes.
Try softly with each other. This is evasion technique, it's not power. Okay? Like the guy's punching, he's going to use all his force, punch. I'm just going to slap it. Okay? Just little tiny stuff. You know, the other day when I was at the grocery store,
You stayed longer than that, didn't you? I said you stayed at the store longer than that.
Oh, that's right. Then I got. All right, so that feeling 4. Punch here, punch low. Okay, now he punches high. So this is punch. This is fingertips hitch first. And then you hips. Right? But you see what I mean? Is once you're in there, then anything, all of this stuff becomes available. Okay? So I did this, I come in here like this bomb, I get in there, 1, 2, bing, ba-bing, ba-boom, you know, boing, and whatever. Okay?
That's the first crosswell.
Right?
First crosswell.
First cross. Just call me Bruce. Okay? Well, you see the concept. It's a concept. Here's a Chinese idea technique in a 1940 copy. This little white crane sneaking in. Right? You see that little kind of signature stuff going on. All right? You just have to know how to recognize it, and because you get into here's this idea called hidden technique. A lot of hidden techniques in cockpit, right? And hidden techniques are really the Wonkai-Oyo explanations of those movements. The movements are not, quite often, not self-evident at all. I mean, what appears to be a simple block isn't. And the follow-up just isn't shown. As we saw today, like the Shinsei, this is the end of the kata. Well, is it or isn't it? End of the movement. You know, as we saw, we had 3 or 4 alternatives. I think Pinan Shodan, for example. Okay? Pinan Shodan, open the move, guy punches here, so I come down like this. First idea. Yes, sir. Okay, so now, first idea. Here, wait a minute. Who's this guy belong to?
We don't know. He just came out of the street, you know?
First idea, similar thing. As I continue on, and get the guy out of it. Or he punches with that hand, same hand again. Now he punches his shoot on. So now instead of a strike, this becomes a block. Or he punches with this hand. Okay. Or he punches with this hand again, Jodan. Okay. Punch Jodan again. Now instead of that, I go arm break. So just like 3 or 4 ideas in the same thing. This is just a Wonkai now. We're talking about the Oyo. You're from here, the follow through from here. Somewhere in there, I'm going to take this guy with me. Okay? For example, like this idea.
Poor frog.
You get it on tape? You get it on tape?
We see how you're in there, and now all of a sudden you got a grapple, and then you got a throw, and then you got a kine. Okay? Well, none of that's in the kata. Where did that come from? That's another similar. I understand. But I want you to understand that that's in every movement of every kata. That's the point. It's not just that move. First, what are all the different applications of that? Well, what are all the different possible attacks? Okay. Now, after I get done with that basic concept of the kata, depending upon the angle on that and the position on that, etc., what's my follow-up available to me? A, B, C, D, E, and all of the above. Okay? And that's available on every piece of every kata, starting from taikyoku or kihones, through pinans, etc., etc., okay? And you have to understand that and get into that to really understand karate. It's not just the sequential moves of the kata. That's just the beginning. Okay? Just the beginning. All right?
Bruce,
All right, any questions?
you won't be here 2 months?
Let's go ahead and take a break. What time will we come back?
It's on standby.
Okay.
Now it's record.
Kelly, do you
Yes,
have
sir.
some base format for bow? Or
Yes, sir.
are you doing,
Well, we do what we call our bow basics
I'm saying, are you doing under the arm stuff, or what are you teaching?
under the arm.
Okay. All right, well, under the arm would be basically Kenshin-ryu stuff, although it wasn't that. I mean, he didn't originate that, but he got it probably from Nakayama Sensei in Okinawa, and there are some Goju-ryu groups that also do that in Okinawa. This is not the common practice, okay? But it is seen in Okinawa. I have on tape probably 3 or 4 groups doing that. Okay? By the way, Kubo, with the kata that we did earlier, is also not a widely practiced kata, but again, I have people on tape doing that kata in the Budokan in Okinawa with the bow under the arm. It's kind of interesting because some people would say, oh, that's Hayashi stuff, that's Tokyo bow. Wow. Okay, but this isn't Naha, man. Okay, so anyway, if you do Kenshin-ryu style, you start out like this, and you point the bow to the side and bring your left hand underneath and let it roll like a propeller in front of you, okay? And then you're holding it like this, okay? And the set of basic technique will run through, so the kind of basic handling of the bow, all right? Kenshin-ryu starts out with kind of a defensive concept, so you bring the bow over here, keep it right down your center line, down your nose, and keep this low, okay? So you're in protection, kind of like an A-frame look, okay? Step out with the right foot, strike, and when you strike, you're going to roll your hand, have your hand on the top, okay? So let's try that. Bring it up here like this. Step forward, strike. Okay? Now you're in a Zenkutsu, kind of a Han Zen, you're not in a real deep Zen. This is roll. Now you're going to roll this hand down, keep close to your body, put it on your hip. Shuffle back and block. Okay? Now, this, you really want to get your wrist bent and look at your knuckles with the bow, because what you're trying to do is not let this guy slip in. See right here, I'm slipped in, he's already blocked. It's not going to work. Need to do this a little more higher and over. Okay? All right, so we got like that, and come back. Okay, so it'll be like our number 1 technique. All right, so you bring it over like this, strike, okay, block. Okay, and this wrist guy is going to do that. It's going to torque. Okay? Come back. All right, now we're going to add a punch to this for our number 2 technique. Bring it up here like this, strike. This is this way. Here, and I'm hitting with this part of the bow here. All right, so now you see how the guy's got his bow here like this? He's either got a real short opponent or he's not doing this correctly. This needs to be opposite your own head, so in the mirror. So as if your supposed opponent was the same height, okay? Now when you have an opponent, of course, you adjust. She's shorter than I am. I'm going to focus to where the target is, okay? All right, now, pull the bow back. When you pull the bow back, you're going to actually come back and hit your belly. When you do that, you're going to extend your stance. and now when you punch, you're going to drag the back foot. Okay, so 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Turn your hand. Okay, now if you've done the punch, you're going to go back, reverse it. You're going to step back to the left foot, bring a hand here, drag your front foot, block. Okay, come back. So it's like this, strike, punch, block. And please watch. Okay. Strike, hands here, turn, elbows in. Punch, okay. Step, block. Okay, that's number 2. Ready? Go. Right. We're going to introduce these ideas, of course we'll correct them as we go along. Okay, we have a set of like 17 of these basic techniques. I got about, I don't remember now how many it was. I think it was about 10 from Class Sensei, and then I expanded that. Okay, so we teach this first in Kenshiro style, and then later with Kaido Shinken style. Number 3, step forward with the right foot, drop this down. Put the bow against your arm. Bow is down here. Bow is down here. Strike side of the head. Okay, so now my hand's behind the bow here because I'm striking this way. All right, now I'm going to bring the bow up around my head and around and drop it down so it's actually touching my arm here and strike this way. Hands behind the bow here. This is a common mistake. Everybody does this to keep their hand on top of the bow, and they do this, and they're only holding it with their thumb.
Cut.
And that doesn't work real good when the guy's blocking you, okay? You want to try to get your hand twisted, and don't put your finger out like this. Bad habit, okay? Because the guy blocks it with a sigh or something, don't feel good, okay? So put your hand like this. Okay, now you're going to bring it around here, drop it down close to your body. Look how my bow is. See that? I can't see it to the side. It's like this. Bring it around, punch. Wow. So if I had done this and I'm here, a good test for me is, can I move the bow around without touching the wall? Okay. Obviously, I can't do this, you know, like that. But the concept is that I'm doing this deal, okay, which is different than coming around kind of wide like that. All right. So keep it close to your body. Okay. Ready? Number 3. This is number 3. Go. Strike. Strike, and spin, and punch. Don't get your fingers out there. Block. I mean, they're your fingers. If you want them out there, that's fine, I guess. You know, whatever you guys want to do. We'll get the kumi bow, and then you might find out that that's not a good idea. All right, try 1, 2, 3. Number 1, over the top of the head. No. 1, 2, 3. 2, 3. 1. Where's this guy's head? How are we doing this? Turn, please. There you go. 2. Higher. Finish it higher. 1, 2, 3. High. High. Spin. Not spin, but just turn. Punch. Block. Okay, we are on that? Okay on that? Number 4 is the same idea as 3. You drop it down, strike high. Now come around, strike low. Hands behind the bow again. This is to the leg, all right? Same goal, punch. Block. Okay? Keep going. Hop, low, around punch. High, low, around punch. No. Not this way. It's this different angle. So I'm here. First thing I gotta do is get my chamber. Go down. That sets my angle up. This like fresh temple. Now come around, strike left. Back now, come back around, punch. Punch is always to the throat unless otherwise it's hold. Okay. All right, now we go to number 5. Number 5 looks just like number 4, except we add a spin to it. So it looks like this. 1, 2. Try. High, low, get it up here. Turn your hand on the bow. Let go with the left hand, spin it, and catch it with the left hand. Pull it back to thirds. Okay. High, low, right hand on the bow, spin, punch. Block. 1, 2, 3, 4, back. 1, 2, no. High, low. Jodan, Gita. No, I don't like this. I'm not doing this. I'm doing this. Please pay attention to the angle. 1, high, now go low. Now spin the bow. All right, the spin is going to be just like the other thing we talked about, keeping it close to the wall here, all right? When I did this here like this, okay, I'm going to get this here, and it's going to be this way, okay? Okay, now, this isn't just a spin because it looks neat, all right? It's an application situation, all right? So like this guy, we go here. Okay, now come down. All right, so now the idea is, okay, I'm going to step here, whack! Whack.
Height.
Okay? You attack the hand. That's a real technique. Okay? Now in application, we can't attack the hand because the guy won't come to class tomorrow, so we go. Okay, but it's supposed to be hand, head. It could be stick, hand. Okay? Take the guy's bow out of play, then attack, all right? So that's what's going on, all right? So, high, low, spin the bow. All right, let's go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, ready? Number 1. Number 2. Number 3. High, high, punch. Number 4. High, low, punch. Number 5. High, low, spin the bow, punch. Okay, and when you do the spin the bow, you're really striking, okay? So when I get turned here, this is really, I'm pulling down with my right hand, and I want to catch it with my left hand. It should be coming in here with some power.
Hi.
Okay? Pound. Okay?
That's smooth.
All right. Numero 6. Okay? Roku. Fine. Go back to high, high. Now go up to the chin with the back end of the bow. Now extend your stance out, okay? Strike low to the leg. Block. So this is kind of like the guy who's going to escape on me, all right? So, so here we go. 1, 2. Okay. Now, raise your bow up. Okay. Now here, can't hit him, see? I say, okay. Get rid of his bow. Extend out momentarily. Okay? So this technique can attack his hand, attack his bow, attack his chin, whatever available target happens to be, all right? Why you got this little short stick?
The system we trained in at the time used
You like to,
a Goshaka bow.
we're using a rope shock bow today. Would you like to try that?
Of course.
Can I do? Can we try that? Would you like to trade bows? Maybe a good experience for you. There are different styles of bow, and you know, basic Okinawan bow is rokushaku, which means 6 lengths. All right, 6 lengths. Doesn't mean 6 feet. It's really different measurement. Right? But typically, your weapon should be a little bit taller than you. A little bit means 2 or 3 centimeters. The reason is, like, for example, you go into your blocking technique like this, for example, your bow is short and the guy's striking higher and you don't have enough stick, well then, you know, you're going to have to try to apply it differently. Okay? Now there is what they call hanbo, which is like you would a 4-foot or a 5-foot stick. That's a different kind of technique, right? More like a Joe type of stuff, okay, called hanbo. All right? Rope shaku is typically a 6-foot or longer staff, unless you have a student who's 5'2". Okay, then like for example, this young lady here, this is maybe a little long for her, a little problem. So she could chop that off. You know, if it's a tapered bow, you chop it off at either end so that you know it's not so quite so long. And we've done that, or there are companies that you can order from that will make a bow to order in length. Typically, it's not a tapered bow. Okay, we've done that as well. Okay, number 6. Strike high. High. This is like here, here. Now go up to the chin, height. Not necessarily that's the only target, but that height. Step out and strike. Okay, block. It's one of the few times you extend out. But all right, so when you do this, and in Sunakaki no Kon, there's a move that's similar to this. It's kind of a reverse look at it, but without confusing you. The rhythm of this is going to be, okay? Okay, that's kind of feeling of it, all right? So we want to try. Ready? Number 7. Hey! Do it relative to your own body height. So these strikes are to your own head area, chin area, leg area. Okay? Go. Extend, pull back. Go. Okay? And you want to get this to flow. You can't do this. Understandably, this is along with your skill as you train. Okay? But you don't want to, just like karate, you don't want to go. Okay? It has to flow and be connected. Right? All right, now we get into number 7, which talks about the concept of sliding the hands. Real bow, when you do real bow, you are not glued in this, I got the bow divided in thirds position. That's basic bow when you first start out. That's what's going on. Okay? All right? But in real bow, to do it properly, what happens is, for example, I'm going to do this idea. Notice that none of that's going to apply because he's too far away. So what happens is I go. Okay. My hand is always moving on the bow. Okay. So this concept is number 7, called kirikaishi, and you go over the head back to this concept 1. Slide your hand on the bow all the way to the very end. So you go 1, 2. Keep the front of the bow high. Okay? Up. Hand slides when it goes up. Now I'm back to thirds again. Strike. Punch. Lock. Okay? So, 1, 2, 3. Strike. Punch. Okay? 1, 2, 3. Strike. Punch. Now this is an interesting technique. It has a number of applications. Okay? First idea is block up this way. Okay, he blocks me. Okay, I'm going to attack his hand and attack his bow and attack his hand here and hit him. All right. So I come here like this. 1, slide, hit. Okay. Another idea is that I'm in the, like in Kubo, this is an application of Kubo, I'm in one position, the guy's attacking my leg from this position or my head from that position. So I'm here to do something, I don't know, whatever you want to do. So this way here, okay, so as I change direction, that block's there, or if it's down here, that way. See? Okay, and this is kind of a double dealie because I go block, kick. Okay? So in Kubo, when you're doing that, you kind of doing a thing and you go back. There's a couple places where you do a little spin out or whatever. That's what's going on. Yeah. All right. So it's a nice technique. Some interesting stuff in there. Okay. Strike. Back. Up. This is chin height. Back over the top. Hit. Punch. If you're going to do Kenshin-ryu, you must bring the bow to the shomen position. That's this way. Okay? tighter or something, now you're going to come around past your ear like this, okay? That's a different bow, all right? If you're doing Kenshin-ryu, consistently you have to come back to here. So what happens is I start the technique like this, in front of my nose, strike, back, hit. Don't get in a hurry and round this. Go back and come back to this position right in front of your nose again before you strike, okay? This is very important. Otherwise, you're not doing the true technique of the style, right? Go. Ah! What did you do, guy? I show you that application. This is high. If you go low, you just lost that application. Okay. Keep this up. Remember, you got your hand glued to the stick. See? Here you are. I can't even do that. Okay? It's awkward. Let your hand slide all the way to the end of the stick. Oh, there's the end of the stick. Well, there's the middle of the stick. Okay? Hand's got to move. Turn your hand. And here's what happens. You do that. Try it. You do that. Okay? And I block like you did here, and all the power is going against your thumb. Okay? Chances are, if all the power is going against your thumb loses. You lose your stick. Okay? You want to turn it this way so you got your hand behind you. Okay? This is a common thing. Be careful, you know, you get into a hurry, and what happens is you keep it, you don't fully do it. Just kind of do this. And so what you want to do is get it up.
All right.
All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Ready? Number 1. Hit, block. Okay. Number 2. Hit, punch, block. Over the top, over the top, over the top. Robert. Hey, what is it? What is it? Here. Okay. Go. Strike, number 2. Right, punch, block. You gotta go. Okay. Strike. Extend, drag, extend, drag. Okay? We ain't doing this glued to the floor stuff or glued to the bow stuff. Okay? You gotta be able to move. Right? All right, go. Hit, punch, block. Number 2. Number 3, high, high. Hey! High, high, punch. Around, tight to your body, bring your bow around, tight to your body, bring your bow around, tight to your body, tight to your body. Come on, well, I got here. Now I got to bring the bow back around so I can punch.
Maybe the sitter got to answer.
Yeah, but you didn't do it right.
Okay, he's in the middle of the class. Is there someone I can help you with?
You did this.
Yes.
You did a down strike and then a side strike. We're doing a side strike and a side strike. Okay? Number 1 is over the top. Number 2 is over the top. Number 3, 4, and 5 are.
Oh, I thought he had every set to do. Really?
Okay?
But we're not interested in doing that.
And number 6 is this. So, 1, 2. Number 1. Number 2.
Ooh,
Number 3.
Not today. We've got guests.
Okay. Number 4.
So I don't know what time we're going to get out of here.
Number 5. Number 6.
I don't have it here at the school. I don't have it.
Number 7. Now you go back to this. 1 and 2 over the top.
Monday.
3, 4, 5, and 6 from the side. Back to 7, 8, 9, 10.
About 8:30 now.
So the way you do is, what you get these is, you can start, you kind of clump these together, okay? 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, or 3, 4, 5, and 6. Now you got 7 is slide, 8, 9 is pushes, 10 is scoops, 11 is rolls. You know, anyway, you'll see when you get them all. Okay, and you can kind of put these in different categories, like subcategories of the basic technique. All right. Got to know before you start swinging the bow what angle it's supposed to go at. It's just like sword. Okay. Am I, you know? Remember that before I had the bow, I had the sword. All right. So. Okay, as a sword. So if I'm doing a showman strike, okay, so I'm in my shoot on, I go to Jodan. Okay, that, or that, okay. What I'm going to do, I might stop out here like I want to just touch there, okay. Or I want to try to cut straight through, okay. Which would typically be, let's say that I did Mayoko Giri, okay. And I cut you. And you went, okay, and you bent over, and I went, hey! Okay? And now I'm going to cut his head off. Right, so I'm going to cut down. Right? So first I had this. I learned how to, I want to attack him right here. Or I'm going to go attack Yoko Men, side of the head. Or I'm going to attack from paso, like a kesa cut feeling down at the leg. Or I'm going to cut kesa here. Okay? So I have different angles. And some of these is like, this is abbreviated, this is abbreviated, this is not abbreviated, this is not abbreviated. Okay? Maybe I stop there, maybe I don't stop. So I have that angle, but I don't have my swords, and now I have my bows. Okay, well, that's a showman, that's a Yoko man. So when I enter the technique, it's like I'm going to do showman. Get ready, this is my showman kamai. Like a Jodan kamai. Okay? I'm going to do, in bow and sword, same thing. Here's, see this? Paso kamai. It's like paso kamai with a sword. Paso kamai. So, side. Yoko man side of the head. Okay? What I'm going to do, I'm going on down to the leg. So understand the angle that your bow's going to move at. So don't do this. If you're going to do this, this is straight. If you're going to do this, don't do that. Stay straight down. I'm not doing that. I'm doing that. Okay? Right? So don't start, you know, I showed you this. Next thing I got this. Different stuff. Okay? And if you don't understand, ask, okay? And so what I told you Friday night was you had two important requirements when you come to a seminar like this besides your physical attendance, okay? Is you got to have good ears and good eyes. Okay? So watch closely, because what you don't get verbally, you see it. Okay? Okay, how's he doing? Analyze it. Okay? If you don't understand that, okay? All right, we did 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Do we understand those? Kind of?
No problem.
Kind of, sort of.
Kind of, sort of.
Kind of, sort of.
Well, we're only halfway through these guys. Come on. All right, number 1 comes from the top, hit, block. Number 2 comes from the top, hit, punch. Okay, number 3 comes from the side, Yoko Meno. And please notice that where does the bottom of my bow start?
45 angles.
See, this is in Kenshin we do a real defensive concept, so I want to cover myself all the time, all right? So this is low, strike. All right, come around, same plane. Come around close to the body, punch. Okay, number 4, same load, same kamae. Strike high, go low. Leg. Come around tight to the body, punch. Number 5, high, low, spin the bow. 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 Let go to the left, catch it. Let go to the left, catch it. Let go to the left, catch it. Punch, block. Do that. 5, 6, high, high, chin, leg, block, high, high, chin, leg, block. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, number 7. Ready? Strike. Back. Up. Strike. Punch. So now in 7 we got back to this thing again now. Okay? All right? Strike. Back. Up. Strike. Punch. Over the top. Roll back, go. Over the top from a showman. Strike. Back. Up. Back to showman. Hit. Punch. All right, I'm tired of those. Let's do something else. Number 8. Ready? Number 8. Strike over the top again. Right hand changes. Now I'm showing you this. Please watch. That's not how you do it. Okay, you don't take your hand off the bow. You never lose the stick. Okay? All right, but I'll show you this so that you see that there is a hand change. You reverse your grip. Okay? No, thumb down there. All right, now roll this up. Step forward and push down. This time your hand's on the hip. New idea. Okay? Bring it up here like this. Step back, hands on the hip. Hand change, block. Back. Strike over the top. Hand changes. Bring it up to your collarbone, push. Hand on the hip. Bring it up to your collarbone, step back, push. Hand on the hip. Block. When I originally learned this set from Ha-Sensei, he steps 2 steps forward on all of these, okay? Which is a real pain because what happens is you go. Now guess what happens?
Push.
Okay? So you wind up getting up there and then you have to shuffle back or something like that. So I said, well, let's do 1 forward and 1 back and, deal with that. And you learn how to go back too. Okay? Strike. Hand change, push, push, block, back. Typically when you see this though in kata, you'll do them forward, like in kubo for example. You're doing, this is number 10, and you'll do number 11, you do 2 forward, okay? All right, so again, number 8, strike, hand change, 1, 2, block, back. That's easy, right? Now we do what we call the extension, number 8. because there's going to be those times when this isn't going to work. So, okay, boom. So I'm going to go in here like this. I'm going to do this. Okay, and I want to come in here and do it, but he moves on me. Go ahead. Come back. All right, so what happens is I get full attention. This is exactly the same technique as this. This is closed. That's further away. Okay? So I do this. Now we go back to the sliding idea. Okay? When you do this, you learn how to adjust. All right? So I got here. Well, maybe I don't need a full bow. So okay. Just give me what I need. Okay?
Push.
So, here we go. Number 8 extension, strike. Pull all the way to the end, let your hand turn. Roll it up here just like before. Step forward, let the hand bow slide. Chamber it in front of your belly button. Pull it back with one move, don't feed it. See? Don't feed it. Okay? Pull it back in one move. Boom. Come up. Step back. Hit. Chamber in front of your belly button. Go back to third. Block. Okay, play with that. Play with that. About 2/3 of the bow here. There you go. That's it. Push straight down. Okay. Now pull back. Push straight down. This is straight down. Okay, change hands block. You got it. All right, number 8 extension. And number 9, strike over the top. Same hand change, okay? What's going to happen here is you do your hand change, you drop the bow down to your waist. Step forward and strike side. Step back and strike side. Hand change, block. One, hand change, drop it down as you step, hit, slide, lock your elbow. Step back, hit, slide, lock your elbow. We're going to practice this to the ribs, but obviously this could go to the head or could go to the leg. Whatever is an available target, okay? But I'm going to, for basic purposes, I'm going to use it in the middle of my body, okay? All right, go ahead. Number 9. Right. Hand change, step, push. Step back, push. Step back, push. Hand change, block.
It'll maintain, you want to maintain contact across here is double. Thank you very much.
Okay, got it? All right, now we go to number 9 extension. You gotta watch your neighbor on this one, because otherwise you're gonna whack him. Okay? Because it's gonna look like this. This is number 9 extension. And same drawback as number 8. Hand change, swing the bow this way. Now you want to focus it here, you don't want to go over there, okay? You want to focus it here, boom, so you're looking right down the barrel, so to speak. You don't want to see the side of the bow, all right? Pull it back, boom. Again, we're going to do this to the center of the body, all right? Okay? Goes up. Watch your neighbor, please. Don't be banging your neighbor. Stagger yourself so you have a little room from it. Guys, 5 footer. Won't have that problem. Your problem here, guys, is you're doing it low. You did this, and you're dropping this. So now, when you swing, you're swinging up at an angle like a kiriage, a rising cut. Okay? And I'm not doing that because I want to hit you on a 90-degree plane. It's going to give you the most pounds per inch power. So I did this. I'm going to come back and I'm not dropping this. It is this. This goes back here. Okay. So you don't drop your arm down. Keep this here. Now you're swinging it on a plane parallel to the floor. Okay? So don't drop your hand there. Keep it back this way. Okay?
This.
Number 9 extension. So we got 9 regular and 9 extension, 8 regular and 8 extension, all right? Now do the fun one, number 10. That's fun. Okay? The good thing about it is it's easier.
Thanks, Al.
All right. Back. Change. Let the bow continue around right past your leg. Get it right here like this, up and down. Pull straight down and straight up. Pull. Change. Let the bow come around right past your legs, straight up and down. Pull. Gotta move your foot, Robert. Roll it out. This is kind of like, come around with that end of the bow. Okay. That kind of different block, okay? All right, now you come around with that end of the bow. It's different. 1, 2. Okay? 2 different, just like outer block, inner block. this is like this block,
This,
like in G, that kind of thing. Down, or out. So you got this kind of block, you got this kind of block, okay? You got this kind of block. Okay? And this is a type of sunakake. This is a type of sunakake. And when I say a type of sunakake, there are different kinds of sunakake, and sunakake no komi, we don't do it that way.
this,
We do different sunakake. Aren't you lucky? So this is one. This is the kind you would do in Kubo.
I,
Okay, so you do number 7. That's why you learn these by numbers, all right? Now I'm going to teach you Kubo. I'm not going to teach you Kubo, but well, if I was going to teach you Kubo and you knew some of these, I could say, okay, we start out with a number 7. Punch, punch. Go to a number 7. Punch, okay? Come around with a number 9, or probably number 7. Step back number 8. Step around number 9. Go to number 7. Okay? Go to number 10. Go back to number 7. Okay? So without giving you all these exotic names, all you got to do is correlate the number of the technique with that technique. And I can teach you the ka. See that?
this,
All you got to do is remember 15, 17 technique. But it's saying, all right, now we're going to do kirikaishi. Okay? Some name you can't pronounce, and it's like, scared enough to remember the technique, never mind the name of the technique, right? So this way, if you just give it a simple number, just like Tenshin Happo, there's number 1, there's number 2, okay? All right?
yes, sir.
You see how simple it would be to learn the kata there?
Yes.
We're going to do Kenshin Rubo Shodan, the same thing. It's like, starts out just like Kubo, number 7.
this.
Nina. So anyway, if you get once you get these basics, this basic set down, it's you got this kind of foundation stuff, see? And then it becomes, and you keep drilling these just like Gedan Barai, Maigiri, Gyapatuki. Keep drilling these ideas on a regular basis so you get where you can be fluid with the bow. And then you take this and I say, all right, I'm going to do Taira Shinken now, all right? Well, instead of this, I'm going to do this. Oh, pardon. Instead of this, I'm going to do this. Thumb roll. But it's the same concept. Instead of here, now here. Arm, step, this hand changes. Thumb roll. Thumb roll. So once you learn this way, what I'm saying is once you have the Kenshin basics and you have them solid, like I said, after 2-3 months of regular training, 4 or 5 days a week, whatever, you can do these pretty good. You're comfortable with them. By the time you get comfortable with them, I'll change and say, well, we're ready. Now we're going to do a different style. Because once you have a foundation, it's easy. Well, it's not easy, but it's easier. All right, where are we at? 10.
10. Going through the throws of 10.
I thought we already got that.
Sorry.
Ready, strike.
Could we do that again?
Back. Grab the bow. Whoa, what was that, man? That was a yellow lemon that was a lime or something. I don't know. Did that. Oh, back. Grab the bow. No, here. Let it come around. Pull it straight down. Straight down means it's going to go straight up, like between the guy's legs. And back. Grab. Keep it tight to your body. tight to your leg, get it in the center, pull it down. Roll it out. Walk. Okay, now if you find yourself like this, where you got this little piece of stick here and all that stick back there not doing the thing on vacation, you got a problem, okay? Better to have more stick out here and more stick back here. In the beginning, just do thirds, okay? All right, here we go. Ready? Strike. Right hand comes back. Bring the left hand up. Come around. Up. Left hand back. Right hand comes back. Right hand up. One. You want to know what you did there, guy? You faked that one. Come back. Guy's got 45 minutes of bow training. He's going to do his own style. No, you see, here's your problem. You're trying to do a reverse grip. You go here, just keep it here. You're trying to turn your hand. That's how you get turned around. Okay. 1, 2. Just. Okay, that's what this is. Right.
Have you already registered? Okay, I just,
Well, now you got to Oh, here. All right, back is.
oh, here's, yeah, right here.
Grab. Let the bow start to turn.
Mention
Step back. Okay, and we're not doing this. We're doing this. That's different than this. That's different. This. Okay. This. You find that if you train with me often, I don't like kind of like. All right. I teach detail, and I want you to do exactly that. To the best of your ability. Okay. I don't accept kind of like. It's hard for me to do that. I'm sorry. Just this one. Wait.
Okay.
Pardon me? What do you have a problem? Bring your right hand back. Change your hand. Now let the bow just naturally come around. Pull.
Oh, I missed something.
Change your hand. The bow naturally come around. Pull. Roll it out. Roll it back. When you do that, yeah.
Okay, so right.
Bring it back. Bring it here. That's right. Now let it come around. It's like you let it go. Step. Behind it. Go up. Back. Now when you get it here, the key is just let it fall around. See, it's like you're throwing the bow back at yourself, all right? Okay? Why? The key is, it's like, see, the bow will just naturally go around, right? So you're just going to let it do what it naturally does and follow it. See? When you bring it back here, all you're doing is catching it, but you're going to let it fall.
Hi.
See? It's like it's going to go that way, and if you just let it go, it's going to keep going, right? This is on a pendulum, it's going to go, right? Now back here like this, here it goes. Right?
So you don't, that thing does not clear the front of the face.
Pardon me?
I'm wrong, I know, I'm looking here. It's not here.
Yeah, it is. Momentarily, it's like,
Oh,
what I'm trying to say is you're not stopping the momentum of the bow.
Hi.
You want the bow to just keep going. It doesn't really stop anywhere, okay? It's making a circle as if it's just rolling. See that? Or just roll it. Roll it. Roll it. Roll it. Roll it. Yeah. Go ahead. There you go. up. Just doing this, that's a different thing. Brooks didn't give you none of this stuff?
No, sir.
I know you can teach the top, but you teach the big.
You don't want me to comment on that?
No, you got a reverse grip. That's not going to work, Robert. There you go. Now step. Let it go. Just let it come around. Just let it come around on a pendulum. And bring your hand up, see? This is like, I'll use old Bulldogg's deal here. You got the bow here like this, and here. And I'm coming back, and let's suppose there was this on this pivot. It's just going around like this. Yeah, that's what it's doing. In other words, here I am, right? Back, grab. Now my hand is this thing in the middle of the field, okay? Key is natural. Natural. All right, let's go away from that tired. You guys got to play with it. Got to play with it. We got 10 of these things, right? Let's go to number 11. Strike. Same hand change. Same grab. This time, step forward, roll it in, get knuckles to your collarbone. Push it out. Anchor on your hip. Back, grab, knuckles to the collarbone, keep this down. This is Kenshin-ryu, so you got to stay down. Push. Get this higher there, Bobby, you're hitting collarbone, okay? Block. All right, so it's strike, back, grab, collarbone, step, get it here. Knuckles to the collarbone, roll out. Back, grab, knuckles to the collarbone, roll out. Okay, if I was doing tie-dot technique, I would do this more aggressive thing here, and I wouldn't start here, but I would start here and I go like this. Okay, let's be like, okay, that's to be a tire, it'd be more up here and more power looking thing here. Okay? But the hand change would be almost the same. Okay? You could do thumb roll. Okay? Another way. Okay? Well, we're not doing that style today, we're doing another style today, and I just want you to understand that you might see it differently, you know? All right, so in this, let's go back to this. Here, strike. Hand switch, get it here, knuckles to the collarbone, hit. Now this hand's on top right here now, okay? So roll it out, hit. Hand back, grab, knuckles to the collarbone, hit. Block. Back. We all right? Numero 11. Dose. Juichi. Right now, we go away from this stuff. We're going to go back to this idea. Okay? I'm going to do number 12. Step forward, strike high. Strike high. Come back here in front of you, pull the bow all the way back to the very end, pinky's here. Swing it and reach out. Pull it back to third. Punch. Lock. Back. Strike high. Strike high. Pull it back. Strike. Back. Punch. Lock. You can't have a tail here, all right? I call this a tail. Now you go down here and do this. Right? Be a surprise there. You don't want to do that. Besides that, that's a waste of blow. You can also have it out there so you can reach it. Okay? So 1, 2, pull it all the way back, make your finger, your pinky feel the end of the bow. Boom. Don't let this dip. Okay, the key is the left hand, just like the sword. This is, when you do this here, when you do this swing, this is like, you're doing that grip just like sword, like that. I'm going to wring out my towel. Keep your hands on the top. Okay, don't have your thumbs up. Can't see your thumb. Okay, just pull back. All right?
All right, this is
Try it. Number 12. Go. Don't dip. There you go. Good man. This guy can do it. The thing I don't like about your stuff here is you got this broken wing. Broken wing stuff.
Plus,
Every time you do this, you got to get this arm down. See, Hyacinth used to yell at me all the time for that, so now it's my turn to yell at other people. Turn your hand. No, what happened to feet? I didn't say nothing about moving feet.
you guys scared me.
Punch.
Ah, there is a punch. That's why that
Punch.
it wasn't right.
Okay, we got that one? All right, good. All right, going on to number 13. Okay, please watch. Strike high, low. All right, now, you step back and bring the ball right over the top. Just like that, right over the top, and let it lay in your arm. And when you do that, you pull it all the way back. Straight back. Not up. Not up. Straight back. Okay? Straight back till you got the tippy two. All right, now please watch your neighbor. Okay? Swing. Be careful, don't hit anybody. strike high, strike low, come back and pull the bow over the top and behind. Now step back in and swing, parallel to the floor. Now come back in and punch. Now again, we're going to practice this to the body, but in terms of application, and Robert, okay, okay, now I come back. Now, if he happened to be open high, I can swing high, okay? If he happened to be open low, I can swing low. I take whatever target I can get, all right? I'm going to practice it here, all right? But understand that you would apply it accordingly, all right? Go ahead, number 13. Strike high, low, step back, draw the bow back. And what you want to do is when you step back, it's really not separate. It's like you draw back and pull, okay? Right along your waistline, okay? Then as soon as you've got that, go right back in. And this is kind of like enter, get out, enter. Very like sparring-oriented feeling. I came in, he came with me while I got out. Now I'm going to go back in again. Right? Karimasa. Step back. Okay, number 13. All right, let's go on number 14. Your wife told you to bring a notebook? Make some notes. You guys got to get your brains together. You remember the first three, and he gets 5 or 6, and she's got 7, 8, 9. A lot of mom. Okay. 14 is simple. Strike over the top hit. Pull your hand back to the end of the bow. Extended punch. Key eye there. And then you walk. That's pretty simple. Just don't break the mirror when you do it. Strike. Hey! Now it's important that you do this quickly, because what happens is if you don't, the weight of the bow has a tendency to start to drop on you. So what you want to go up. You want to bring it back quickly. Okay?
Push.
All right, this is kind of fun to practice. Give yourself a little hoop or something. Going. And well, can I get it? Oh, I missed. But seriously, give yourself a little, ring or something to work on. On the patio, maybe. See what you can do. Poking, the poking technique, by the way, is one of the most, is probably the hardest technique to defend against. Okay? Your real kumi bow. All right? I got a Kabuto tape that's in the process of being edited right now that Shihan Sells and I filmed professionally, and we're having it edited right now. We did an overview of all the different weapons, and we've got all of these techniques, by the way, on that tape. And then we do some bow sparring, some preset bow sparring, then we do some freestyle bow sparring. It was just freestyle. Just got out there and did it. The guys shoot whatever happened. Okay? So when you see, when you get the freestyle bow, you'll find that out. Doing this kind of stuff here, but every time you do a strike and the guy blocks you, there's a poke potential. Okay? Poke potential. So, okay. In here. Won't answer me. So you always have, you can always poke. Protect that. Okay? This you can see coming, and you got a little time to work on this. Okay? All right? So we're going to do a little kumi stuff later, we hope. All right, where are we at? 14, 15. Okay, we did 14. Everybody got that idea, right? 15, all right. Watch closely. Number 15 is a combination of some of the previous techniques. Okay? Number 1, strike. Hand change, step back, number 8. Step around, number 9. Hand change. Bring the bow here. Step with your left foot. Push block, new technique being introduced. This is an A-frame style, not a straight up and down. Go to number 2. So 1, hand change, back 2, step around, number 3, number 9. Okay, hand change again, bring it to your chest, step back with the left foot block, hit, punch, block, and 1. Step back, number 8. Step around, number 9. Hand change, go back and push block. Finish number 2. Can you do it? Make sure you come here, please. This, not from the ear. Why did you start over your head and then go to your ear?
I'm not sure, sir.
Start, you chamber it, and then you wind up bringing it from here. Bring it right from there. Sure enough. Please remember, ladies and gentlemen, that every time we do an over-the-head strike in Kenshin-ryu, the Kamai position is from here. Okay? Strike. Strike. It's not going to, you get in a hurry, like, okay, well, I did this, I come back here and I do this, and I do this, and I do this, and then all of a sudden it comes around this way.
Okay.
You start doing that. This. Key is, that it in front of me. Concept is, this is in front of me, protection. This is just reversed. Push block. It's protecting me before I use it to strike. Okay? That's the concept. That's different than other styles of bow, so that's one important difference. You should understand that it's there, and it is different from another style of bow. Okay? And style of bow, just like style of karate, can look, just totally different. Okay? So, if you're doing the technique differently, for example, if you got into this kind of thing, okay, so here's Kenshin-ryu. This feeling we were talking about before, right? Here's Taito Shinken. Same idea, but looks like Shotokan and Shito. All right? All right, so again, please don't homogenize it. Don't make up your own stuff, okay? Please do your best to understand the specific basic underlying techniques as best you can. Do that, okay? I remember I went to a clinic up in New York State, and I was doing a Budo clinic in that particular day like this, and I looked over and outside of the gym, and I saw this guy do. Hey! Hey!
Yes.
The strike with this. Right? So, strike. Right? Hey! You're going to hit the guy like that. Out. And then this is throw the sand on the beach. Stab. That's my idea. Like, throw the sand, kick and stab. The ekikata is more intricate than this, but that's the concept. I mean, that's where this piece. Okay? All right, let's do it. Down your Chian kid.
No, sir. 4 people get to look at that tape. And that's in my living room.
I had a call like that here just last week, some guy from Canada. Some guy called me up.
Oh, no, okay. Oops, I misunderstood. I was going to say he's lying because he's never...
No. We started talking about, he said, well, I'm interested in some of your tapes and this, that, and something. So I threw this one out there, and he says, oh yeah, I got that. Well, how the hell did you get that? You know, but it's not one that's out there, you know?
Right.
So anyway, I have to have a little conversation with someone who has that.
Just...
Kokubano Tonfa.
Kokubano Tonfa.
Walk up. Punch. Walk down. Walk out with your right foot, punch, walk down. Small footy over the top, come back, don't show your arm, elbow bent. So you reach out, full extension, come back, elbow bent, thumb is laying on top of your arm. Go again, turn, block, punch, block. Move your right foot, block, punch, block. Move your left foot, medium-sized footy, add the punch. Go. Add the punch, third time. Add the punch. Go to crane stand. Okay, move your right foot, get the tumble high, go real low. Punch, block up, punch, punch. Koku Tadachi, add the circle, punch, turn your body. Koku Tadachi, add the circle, punch, turn your body. Block up, punch. Hey. Double down, X block. This is an important application, by the way, is that when you do an X block, you would side to catch it there and push up. Don't catch it there. Do that, it won't work. Okay? So you did double down, catch, up. Now look at my hand. Down, up. Okay, down, up. Everybody with me? Sean Kelly, turn your hands, please. Put your handles on top. You're going like it this way.
Come inside.
Okay? Come down over the top. Come back. 1, 2. Left hand's on top. 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Sean, could you do that again?
No.
So I don't know. Pretty quick. My hands are first.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm sorry. Where came out of it? Got lost. All right. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, double down. X block. Come over the top. Come back. Around and back. Up. Over the top. Double down. X over the top. Side to side. Up. Over the top. And yes. Stop.
You're laughing.
How do you make it fast?
Think. Make your mind. Think.
So that's the throat. Twist and throat. Okay.
Block up.
The hand out. Move that hand.
You lost? Where you lost?
Last line.
Somewhere between Dallas and Fort Worth. Last line. 1, 2, 3, 4, circle, punch. You don't go this way. You only go 1. Doesn't go back. 1, 2, 3, 4. Circle into yourself. The other side. Both sides. One block punch.
That's not a step.
Where you're at. Came around here. Okay. Upper block punch and use these focus shooters, right? Upper block the left side. Step forward, punch. Yeah. Back
You're
down.
not circling. You're not circling.
X block.
Once you get through all
Over the top.
this, you have to circle.
1, 2, 3, underneath, over the top.
1. Here is hammer.
up, out, tight side, up,
Shannon, may I question that? Just to make sure that I'm not doing something wrong. Just last week, that was a week truck, Yeah.
Block down. Cross block. No. Block down. Right there. Bringing your tongue out on. You got the view?
1, 2, 3, just back on the outside.
Right. First thing you got to do, of course, in any cut is you got to get the sequence. Second thing is you want to make sure that you understand the detail of how this movement's going on. For example, this idea here, 1, 2, 3, 4, circle, punch. And the chest is there. And this is long, actually, it's deep. Let's go from this position here in the left Senku to reverse punch and just did this thing here like this on the third go around.
Okay.
So this is the hardest part of the kata is right from here.
Shin, is that just from down the outside?
It's a medium-sized split. You go down to your knee, strike over, come back, and punch. Okay? All right, now you go to crane stance, double punch. Straight here, Bob. Yeah. Crane stance, punch. Okay? Now, step with your right foot, get the tumble up, left one stays here, go real low, punch. Okay? Punch. Okay, upper block, double punch. Come out of that, go koku real low, hit, circle, punch. Get your chest facing towards the blind. Okay? Go to the other side, real low, hit, circle, punch, chest facing towards the exit sign. Okay, block up, punch kiai. Down, left hand's on top. Okay? Left hand's on top, come back. Please watch. Down, let your tumphus come from here. See, we're like this. Now, bring your tumphus here. Left one's on top.
Bruce.
The elbows are locked, okay? Down, over, back, left hand on top. Left hand on top. Up, over. So, X, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yes, that's it. And the name of the kata is
Koku no Tonfa.
Kokuba no Tonfa. tofu ba, no tofu. I think Kiwa Sensei took took the idea of hamahiga no tonfa and what you saw over there, by the way, what you got over there is not even no wedge, it's a hamahiga, okay? We took so took like the basic idea of chino cut in the beginning. It did that and then got into a little like this piece here and you do the same piece in hamahiga, but you go like this, you go. There you go. 1, 2, crane stance, 1, 2, punch. So he simplified it and said, well, okay, one circle, no crane. Okay, so he kind of took some stuff like that, okay? Little, not a lot, but kind of took some little ideas from hamahiga. Hamahiga is a longer, much more intricate kata. The version of it that I'm doing now, I learned about 3 different ways, but the version that I like and I'm doing is really difficult, but it's a Taira Shinken version. And you just kind of really Okinawan stance, you kind of settle down, and you do it like a 3-punch thing. And the kata does, it's kind of like, like that. Now you get this. Okay. And so that's hamahiga. Okay. Then you get here, you turn around and come around here. I'll do some stuff there, across the side. So sometimes you see here, for example, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, bam, bam, bam. I learned this Hayashi, 1, 2, walk up. 1, 2, 3, 4, furi. Okay, but the embosen is basically going to be the same idea. Whatever you got on there, it's just like not even close. So anyway.